Hey team, I hope you're all well. Gary here from Gary Rankin Coaching, and today I have something very exciting for you. When it comes to our goals, there are different things that we can do in terms of how we set our goals, how we think about our goals, how we approach our goals, the way in which we take action, etc., that can monumentally increase our chances of success. And so what I have for you are 25 top tips to help you to achieve your goals. And we're going to do this as a 5-part series with 5 tips in each video. So please make sure to have your pad and pen at the ready, and let's get straight into it. First and foremost, when it comes to our goals, tip number 1 is to be honest, clear and specific about what it is that we want. And I say honest because so often we can get caught up in what we can see on social media, what we see other people in the world on television with, what we see friends, family, acquaintances with, and we decide that we want what these people have because they look happier than us. We want what these people have because they look like they're more successful than us. We want what these people have because they look like they're just doing better than us. And we don't really want what they want. We want the feelings that we think it will bring. And looking at what other people have and deciding that's what we want isn't always the most resourceful way to go about things, because the answers to all questions lie within. And what you truly want, what's truly going to be best for you, allow you to be your best, live your best life, only you can truly know. And so I say be honest about what it is that you want, because we have to get honest with ourselves, allow ourselves to explore what is it we want for ourselves, for our lives, for our health, for our loved ones, and all that kind of stuff. Because when we go chasing things that aren't aligned, ecological or congruent with what we truly want, it can make it very difficult to get there. It can make it easy to become disheartened along the way in the face of challenges, and also it can set us up for massive disappointment if and when we get that thing and find out it wasn't quite the answer, it wasn't what we were really looking for. So first and foremost, be honest about what it is you want for yourself and be happy with that. The clear and specific is key, because the clearer we can be and the more specific we can be about exactly what it is that we want, the easier it is for us to create it. Let me give you an example. If we were to say, I want to earn more money next year, well, you could get a £10 bonus from your work. But chances are you're not going to be satisfied with that, because an extra £10 for a whole year probably wasn't what you were looking for. Whereas if you were more specific and said, I want to make an extra £10,000 next year, well, now you've got a specific number. So now your brain can get to work thinking about what it needs to do in order to achieve that, what resources are going to be needed, what kind of action plan, strategy and tactics are necessary, and then you can go to work in making it happen. Just the same as if we said, hey, I want to lose weight. Well, you could lose half a kilo, but it might not be exactly what you want. And so we want to be clear and specific about exactly what results that we want. That way it's easier for us to plan, strategize and take action to make it happen. So tip number 1, be honest, clear and specific about what it is that you want. Tip number 2 is to take massive action, which is to say, go at your goals as if your best life depends on it. Because it does. Because your best life consists of the things that are important to you, that you really want in life. So take massive action. Go after your goals like tomorrow depends on it. Because when we take massive action, what happens is we get massive feedback. Now, we might not always know exactly what all the steps are to get there, but when we take action, when we take that leap of faith forward, we get feedback as to, did we move closer to our goals or not? Did we get our goals or not? How effective was the action that we took? Not only that, we feel good for taking action. We feel like we're making progress. We build confidence, self-esteem, positive momentum. So tip number 2, take massive action, because action moves us closer to our goals. Even if we fail, we've still made progress because we got feedback that that attempt didn't work, and we then can learn from that attempt as to what we can do next time in order to make it more successful. So take massive action. Number 3 is to be consistent. Something that you'll have heard me say before, one of my favourite quotes is that greatness is a lot of small things done well, day in and day out. And so if we want to maintain a certain body fat percentage, if we want to get to a certain weight, if we want to reach a certain level of fitness, it's not that one weekend retreat away exercising for 6 hours a day and eating nothing but salad and smoothies for a 3-day weekend is going to get us the results that we want. No, what's going to get us the results that we want is choosing to get out of bed on time, choosing to eat the healthy meal, choosing to take the stairs, choosing to walk that extra wee distance, choosing to do the workout, choosing to meet a friend to walk for a coffee or to walk to the beer garden, choosing to go to bed on time to make sure that we rest, recover and are refreshed and ready for the next day. And so we want to be consistent in the actions that we take, because that consistency helps build that positive momentum. The consistency of taking action tells us, hey, I'm someone who shows up for myself. I'm someone who takes action. That makes us more confident, builds self-esteem and our opinion of ourselves, and makes it even easier for us to take action. Not only that, just the same as with money, when we consistently take action, it pays compounding interest in terms of that momentum, in terms of the progress that we make, and in terms of the fact that when we're consistent, our brain wants to start making habits out of things to save mental energy, because our brain doesn't want to have to keep thinking about what it needs to do and when and all the different processes and things it needs to do. When we start repeating things consistently, our brain goes, hold on a minute here, Gary keeps doing this, how can I make this even easier for him? And it starts building neural pathways, it starts changing the shape of your brain to make doing these things and taking these actions even more natural, even more easy and habitual. And so tip number 3, be consistent, because consistency will build progress and that compounding momentum. Tip number 4 is to bring your goals to life. And 2 very powerful ways we can bring our goals to life. Number 1 is to write them down, because when we write them down, we have just physically manifested it from being an idea in our head to being something physical on paper. We've just taken something that only existed as an imaginary idea and we've made it real in front of us. That creates a mental emotional connection. That brings our subconscious mind into things. Our subconscious mind, which does 90% of our thinking, it gets it on board and ticking away in the background, organising the resources, coming up with the ideas and insights and all that powerful stuff. Not only that, a study by the Dominican University in California showed that people who write their goals down are up to 22% more likely to achieve them. And so you can increase your chances of success by a whole 5th just by writing your goals down. The second is to visualize your goals, to spend time each day, whether it's in the morning when you wake up, in the evening when you go to bed, or at some point during the day when you consciously, actively take the time. Sit down and visualize what it looks, sounds and feels like to be taking action on your goals. Visualize what it looks, sounds and feels like to actually achieve your goals, and visualize what it looks, sounds and feels like to have been successful in creating that result. Because when we visualize it, again, we're making it even more real for both our conscious and subconscious minds. We're getting ideas and insights as to what we need to do, how we need to be, the things that we need to overcome in order to get that result. And not only that, we're programming our subconscious mind and saying, this is mine, I already have it. Because our minds can't tell the difference between what's imagined and what's real. Our brains don't know the difference between an image that we imagine inside our minds and an image passed to it by our eyes. And so when we visualize us taking action and achieving our goals, we're showing our brains it's possible because it thinks it's really happening. This helps shift our belief systems, our values, and all these powerful things in our mindset to help us to go on and achieve those goals. Last but by no means least, tip number 5 is to know why you really want it. to get clear on what is this goal going to get for you or allow you to do within your life. Why is it you really want it? And then when you answer why it is you really want it, ask why is it you really want the answer to that first why. And then again, for a third time, ask yourself, why is it you really want that, to your answer to the second why? Because what we're doing here is getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the deep emotional reasons connected to our values for why it is we really want the things that we want. This helps give us a sense of purpose. This helps give us that drive and determination, connecting our goals to something much bigger, so that when we face challenges, we face hard times, we face failures and setbacks, we have this grander, greater purpose that pulls us through, over and under these things to get the results that we want. And closely linked to that, when we think about why it is we want the things we really want, let's link them to our greater vision for life and how having this goal contributes to the life we really want, the person we really want to be, the life we envision for ourselves, our families and our loved ones. And again, making that connection between this goal and the greater vision just ramps up that sense of purpose and gives us the drive to go on and achieve it. And so that's 5 top tips to help you to achieve your goals. Number 1, be clear, honest and specific about what it is you want. Number 2, take massive action. Number 3, be consistent. Number 4, bring it to life by writing it down and visualizing it. And number 5, know why we really want it and how it connects to the greater vision of our life. If you have any questions about anything we've covered, or there's anything else I can help with, please feel free to ask your coach and they can reach out to me for you, or you can reach out to me directly on Instagram at GaryRankin_. Until then, take care, take action, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.